Okay, let's go right into this. No rubber, no nothing. The characters and the story in Sword and Shield were one of the, if not the worst in all Pokemon games. I preferred the characters and plot of Bulletproof Monk, and that's saying something because one of the villains is called Mr. Funktastic, and he's a gangster who wears fucking chainmail and hangs out in a sewer. Alright, let's just get into the story here. There is none. And that's the fucking problem. The story is you do the gym challenge and become the champion. And every time anything remotely interesting happens that might deviate you from that fucking plot, you're told to ignore it. Like a fucking toddler. It was so fucking annoying. There's always a fucking explosion, and they're always like, oh, don't worry about it, mate. You just go on and do your own thing. Let the adults do it. And I'm always standing there like, why the fuck not? Who are you to tell me that I can't go check it out? I want to go have the freedom to do that. I thought that was the plot. The adults would be like, no, don't go do it, and I'd go anyway, and like show them up. Nope, I guess I just listen to everyone. I'm a fucking stinker for rules, I guess. I mean, it would just made no sense. And the main villain's plan, Chairman Rose's plan, was so tagged on the end. It all happened start to finish in 30 minutes. Like, there was no hints, no clues, no nothing that there was an energy crisis. And the only reason I even had to investigate him was because Leon didn't turn up to dinner. What the fuck? I'll just go to bed, I'll be like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Alright, now let's talk about the fucking characters. The worst characters in any Pokemon game ever. And let's start with the worst one of them all. The worst motherfucker, literally the most useless existence in the entire world, Hop. The first thing is his battles. His battles are really fucking easy. You steamroll him, he pops up every single city with battle after battle after battle. Why? Leave me alone. And then you beat him, you steamroll the bastard because it's too easy, he keeps catching the shittest Pokemon ever, and then he just gets depressed. Why do I have to deal with my rival's depression as well? He keeps getting depressed and being upset, and I feel bad for the guy. I'm sitting there like, I don't even want to beat this guy anymore. He's just too upsetting, he's too sad. I should feel good beating my rival. It should feel fun, like competitive. It shouldn't feel like just a sad punch-up of me just beating this guy's ass into the floor every single time. And my god, does he talk a lot in the battles. Oh my god, every time you use a super effective move, every time he uses a super effective move, every time anyone does everything, he talks about super effective moves. I don't give a shit, man. Of course I'm going to use a motherfucking super effective move in Pokemon since Gen 1 to now. That's what you do in a battle. So why the fuck do I need to be reminded every single time that I'm doing the right thing? I don't care, yes I'm beating your ass and I know it, why are you complimenting me for it? And then him talking in cutscenes was even worse. Oh my god, he would just stand there, he'd be there, and he'd say something like, oh yeah, I'm hot, palo, my dick's hard, and then he'd run off 10 meters. I could see him still, I could see him in my fucking, like, you know, far view, I could see him right there. I'd catch up because that's where the story would progress me. And then he'd be there again being like, let's go this way, let's go, I'm Hop again, here we go, let me just give your nipples a flick. Leave me alone, man. Keep going, keep following Hop, keep following Hop. I don't want to keep following Hop. Leave me alone, Hop, you're not the fucking shepherd here. You're not fucking Moses leading me into like the fucking promised land. Just leave me alone. Alright, enough about fucking Hop. Let's talk about Marnie and Team Yell. So Marnie, it was pointless. I didn't understand why she was even in this. What was her role? Mysterious girl? Mysterious person? She was always hanging around with that little Pikachu ripoff thing. I don't understand her at all. I didn't understand her point. And if her point in the story was just for Team Yell to keep popping up, my god was it pointless, because Team Yell themselves were the most pointless characters. And it was really funny because the game kept shoehorning conflict in when there wasn't any issue, because they weren't really that bad. They would just be like, oh, we're trying to steal this guy's bike, like, I gotta fight him. No, I don't give a shit. The guy's bike can go fuck himself for all he wants. I don't care. Why do I have to get involved every time with Team Yell? I don't give a shit. They're just a group of fucking pedophiles wandering around trying to cheer on a little girl in a dress. It was really weird. I mean, Generation 3 had teams who wanted to raise land masses or raise water and cover the globe in water. Not these guys who just want to see a little girl win. I don't understand. And it wouldn't even make sense, because even when I'd whoop her ass, they wouldn't even get upset. They'd cheer her, and then I beat her ass, I whoop her ass again, she'd fucking pile drive her into the floor, and then they're all there like, okay. It didn't make any sense. It literally made zero sense. Bede was just a tag-along. He didn't have any reason to become the champion, so I don't know why he was even in the competition. He was more concerned with collecting stones for his rock collection or something. I don't know what the fuck he was going on in that beginning part of the game. Fucking weirdo. Didn't even register really. I didn't even realize he was even a rival. I just thought he was kind of a guy who used to hang around. But all he did was beat Hop, and that's meant to make you hate him. I didn't give a shit. If he beat Hop, I was like, okay. I mean, that's as easy as sneezing. I didn't care. I really didn't mind, and his character development was so shoehorned in. It was like instantly. It was like oh, 180. There we go. Boom. There he is again. He's now he's now good, and he's a fairy gym leader. Didn't make any sense. Leon, yes, they keep saying he's unbeatable, but he just is goofy. He keeps getting lost. He's like a joke. He wears a cape, a weird hat. it just looks dumb. Like, it just looks stupid. He just looks dumb, and he keeps wandering around looking like an idiot. I felt more intimidated by fucking Opal, the old woman, because I thought she was going to molest me at some point. Like, he didn't do anything to me to make me feel like, oh man, I want to beat him. I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to beat him, he's an idiot. And then finally the villains. They didn't do anything. I thought it would be interesting if they used Team Yell or something like that as like scapegoats or something. Nope, none of that shit. They just went up to a tower and did some shit. And then he just gets beaten the shit out of anyway, and then just goes home in about 30 minutes. It was just so quick, so pointless, it didn't make any sense. It was just like, the main villain's plot felt like an annoyance to the champion battle. It was just like, why the fuck is it happening before my champion battle? I didn't care. And he looked dumb as well. He looked like a fucking, with his dad bod, swimming trunks on. It was just goofy and it was just dumb. Like, I didn't feel like he was into. Giovanni used to be like a fucking mob boss. You know what I mean? He was like a fucking gangster. You know, Team Aqua and Magma, like, these guys were like weird spy organizations who wanted to change the world. Who's this guy? And that would suck, because I think if the story was better and the characters were better, this would have been an alright game. At least, you know, there were obvious other issues with the game, but at least then it would have been kind of like a playable, nice experience at least, and I would have not felt like so empty after playing the game. It was so unfulfilling, and that was, I think, the main problem with the game anyway. It was just unfulfilling. But that's about it. Alright, see you guys.